Police have roped off a scene of a crime, but because it is awesome and mathy, it's going to have one side of the rectangle already taken care of. We also asked this question like, people are putting fencing in a backyard, but the fence, one side of the fenced yard is going to be the house, so you only have to worry about 3 of the 4 sides. So be careful with quadratics that ask that way. This is a popular way of asking questions. They only need to rope off 3 sides because there is something that's being used as the 4th side, and they have 250 meters of rope. What are the maximum dimensions that can be roped off? Okay, so you've got something happening here. You said that if I have this and I have this, I love this diagram, by the way, then that plus that would give us 2x, and the leftover would be 250 minus 2x. Okay, I like that. And then you said x times this is going to give us the max area. Then you skipped a step, which if I'm a teacher, I would be like, wait a second, how did you get from this to this? Were you copying this? Because you didn't show me that middle step there. I hope this isn't in pen. It looks like it is. Abby. Okay, so then the x is going to multiply the 250. The x is going to multiply the negative 2x. You get that. I like it. You rearranged it. I like it. This is positive. There's the plus c at the end, which is a 0. That's fine. We're just going to worry about these 2 pieces. I'm a little bit suspect right here because you forgot to divide this number by 2. So it should have been, like you set it down here, it should have been negative 62.5, negative 62.5, oopsies. And what is 62.5 squared? This should be a plus 3906.25 and minus 3906.25. So you just did the 125, which is going to give you an absolutely bonkers number if you actually squared it. You multiplied it by 2. So there's a little bit of ness happening here. So I'm going to go down here and we're going to, oops, wait a tick. Where did that go? We're going to make it a little bit better so you can read it. So, oh my God, kill me now. Negative 2x squared plus 200, I'm going to go right to this step. Negative 2x squared minus 125x. Negative 2x squared minus 125x. Negative 2, okay, y equals negative 2. X squared minus 125x. Then I do this a little bit differently. I show the split up right here. Negative 62.5, negative 62.5. It's the exact same math, but by doing this, I always, oh, and these are going to be big numbers. I already know that. I just, whoopsies. Okay, well, anyway, delete. Delete. Let's do it again. This is like 6 numbers long. There we go. So when I multiply negative 62 by itself, so 62.5 squared, I get 3906.25. 3906.25, but then you have to subtract it at the same time because you're not just allowed to add a number to something. And then the one we want is the positive one, so we have to kick out that negative one by multiplying it by what's in front. So our next line is going to be the negative 2 x squared minus 125x plus 3906.25, and then outside of the brackets, negative times a negative is going to give us a positive 3906.25. Oh, Megan. 3906.25 times 2 is 7812.5. And then I know that my 2 brackets were each bracket was like an x minus 62.5, x minus 62.5. So then here, I know it's x minus 62.5 squared and 7812.5. Now, what is this question about again? What do they want? What are the maximum dimensions that can be roped off, and what is the maximum area? Okay, so we actually have to answer the question. So our x value for our side, I do drawing here. There's my storage shed. And then this is our, so this is like x, and you said this was 250 minus 2x. So, whoops-a-daisies. One side, therefore, oh no, figure out better words, Megan. Just do this better. Sorry, it's coughing in your ear. Therefore, the width would be the x value of the vertex, because that's telling you the x value where the maximum area would happen. So we do the opposite. If it's a negative 62.5, we do an opposite. That makes sense. You can't have a negative length. So 62.5 meters. And the length is 250 minus 62.5 times 2. What does that give us? I have a feeling it's 125. 250 minus bracket 2 times 62.5, 125. There we go. Length is 125 meters. The max area is 7812.50, and it's area, so we would say meters squared. That's going to get you full marks. You were on the right track, though. Like, this looked good, a little bit of a question there, and then you didn't actually answer. Well, you weren't sure. You were like, okay.